And thank you for staying with us. Well, in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19, social distancing measures were introduced. And with social distancing measures being introduced, a lot of people have been impacted, particularly relationships. And the quarantine has had a specific effect on relationships, dating, the whole nine yards. And how do you kind of like navigate and date possibly during quarantine? How do you navigate and have a good relationship during quarantine? Well, we're pleased to be joined by a very special guest. She's a relations expert, and she's also the host of, or she said, I should say, the author of Diving in Stilettos. Maybe I just, forecasted a TV show or something like that. But Shauntay Dunbar is here, and yeah, that's it, right? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm navigating. I'm navigating. I think you're going to help us to navigate well today.
Yes, absolutely. I'm here for it.
Well, good. So come on and help me. Now, listen, a lot of people are really struggling during this time. And, when we talk about social distancing, for those extroverts and people who really, like being out,
Yeah.
it's really a challenge. And relationships are a big part of that. So talk to us about how this is really affecting relationships.
It is extremely. I think this is the time, especially if you have been with your significant other for a while, this can actually make or break your relationship. Like a lot of people are quarantined together for the first time, spending all this time together, husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends, and they're really seeing a person's like day to day. And it's either going to, make you say, wow, like you're really amazing. I had no idea you did all that. Or you're really getting on my nerves and I just need some space and
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
to figure this out. So I've been helping a lot of people with cope with, being together in the same space for long periods of time. And to those who don't get to see their significant other, who have long distance relationships and like it's even, they're feeling more pressure now because now they really can't go and visit, the person whenever they want to. And then, of course, my singles out there who are just trying to figure it out all together. And some are dabbling in online dating. So,
Right. So walk me through that because I hear this is an emerging trend right now that people are really, starting this online dating thing. We're gonna try it virtually and see if it works first. And if it works first, then we'll see about meeting in person. This is really real.
yeah, it's really real. And honestly, it's like the best method. I wish people practiced this kind of dating, before they, got out there and just started randomly meeting people from the online dating apps. Now it's an opportunity to really talk to the person, connect mentally, see how, the person lives, maybe. You could get like tours of their house. See what that situation's about. And the beauty of it is there's no catfishing. Like you have to be who you really are because when it's time for that FaceTime date, that video chat, it's gonna be real. So I
I can
think
set
this
up Zoom and put up like a virtual background. I mean, I can get through that.
that'll work for a little while, but it's like, what are you hiding?
Right, right, right.
That could
Let
be
me see
like a
your
cute theme date. Like, let's go to Paris today. I get
right.
it. But if I'm really trying to get to know somebody, I'm gonna need to see like, where you have to.
Yeah, yeah. But on a serious note, though, in addition to all these, good things happening in terms of relationships, on another side, we do see like domestic violence and
Yes.
arguments and things like that that are on the rise right here. Have you gotten reports and have you gotten people to really, say that this is the issue going on too?
Well, I've heard from a couple of people that, they're really struggling in the relationship. I haven't heard anything about like physical abuse, but the emotional and mental abuse is just as bad. And unfortunately, a lot of these people don't have anywhere else to go because they, the person that they might go to might be elderly or, they just don't have room for them. So that's kind of something that's really hard to deal with. But, I say you have to like call on your friends and see who can like help you out. And if you don't have friends, there are helplines that you can call and they can find places for you to go because, nobody wants to stay in a home where they're being abused. That's not healthy like at all.
Right.
So
Right.
Definitely reach out. You have to reach out to the helplines. And then also, like, I advise people, like, check on your strong friends. Like, some people get in their feelings like, oh, nobody's calling me and I don't understand why this person's not reaching out. And it's like, maybe they can't.
Hmm.
So instead of being self-absorbed, maybe you can do the reaching out this go round and check on people and see what they need and how you can help them, you know?
Yeah. Well, what are some of the common mistakes people are making during this season?
Not talking,
Okay.
not communicating, running around the house with attitudes, being in silence rather than saying, I need a little space right now. Or when I have my headphones on, I'm in a zone. Could you just give me that moment of peace by myself, But, people aren't saying anything or they're talking to other people about their problems rather than the person that they have the problem with. Kind of what was happening before COVID.
Right.
It's
Right.
more
Right.
intense now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that things become a little bit more intense, but let's talk about from a relationship perspective, like even with families, right?
Yeah.
I may not have seen my kid for a minute, and that's a relationship. That's a relationship in itself. I may not have seen, those people who I
Mhm.
I live with under my roof.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing them every day.
Yeah. It's an adjustment. Like, I shout out to those parents who are homeschooling. Like,
Right.
that's a special kind of power you have going on right there, discovering, So, like I said, it's about, communicating and not making it stressful for the people in the house, right? This is an opportunity that you get to really spend time with these people. So why not make the best of it? Like, play games and puzzles and draw and paint with the kids. Like, it's not all about, like, stay on top of your schoolwork. School is done for the rest of the year.
Hmm.
Okay, and you weren't teaching them before, so don't come stressing them out now because you feel like they're gonna dumb down if you don't enforce this reading on them right now. Kids are going through stuff too. You don't know what they're seeing and what comes up on the internet. So it's like, everybody just take it easy. This is a time for us to, like, step back and reevaluate some things so that when we do get back out there, we have a new perspective and we come out like better people. So.
Yeah. Speaking about take it easy, I think some people are learning how to take it easy. There's something called virtual happy hour. I mean, I I'm learning. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, this stuff is real. So I take it that you have virtual happy hour. Have you?
Yeah. There's virtual happy hour. Oh, yeah. I've had to slow down on the virtual happy hour. They're like, what's in your cup? Lemon water. I need to detox and heal. Like, it's just too much. But there's also virtual book clubs that people are starting to become a part of, and I think that's really cool. People are, like, tapping in. They're doing trivia nights virtually, so it's a lot of ways to, like, connect.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah,
cool.
and
I
so
like
so there's book clubs, there's virtual. What else is out there that maybe people can get connected to in a time such as this? Because yeah, people do need a detox and a detachment.
Yes, absolutely. So I say join a virtual book club, join an exercise class. There's live exercise classes that you can do on Zoom. These trainers are out here and they still want to, like, keep you healthy. So why not, hit your friend up and y'all take a class together. There's virtual cooking classes that you can do. There's paint and sips that you can do. Order some materials off of Amazon. I mean, order now because who knows when you're gonna get them. But
Right, right.
just make the effort to want to be more social. And like I said, of course, there's movie nights. You guys can, like, get together, FaceTime, and be critics watching the movies. So there's tons of ways to do it. It's just think about all the things that you love doing and put it online with your friends.
Before we go, listen real quickly. You got a cooking demo, huh?
Yes, I do.
What's going on?
So what had happened was, right? Okay, so I probably am one that I'm rarely ever home, right? So eating out is something that I did quite often, and my bank account did not appreciate that. So what this quarantine has done is save me a lot of money because now when I go to the grocery store, I stock up, and I'm vegetarian, so I needed to learn how to really cook these meals that I keep buying that are so expensive. So I teamed up with celebrity chef Rashawn, and he's a part of Infinite Catering. And we were like, you know what? These couples are out here, they're trying to figure out ways to keep the peace. Like cooking together is something that's so fun, and you get a delicious meal out of it. So why not learn these new things that you wanted to before? Learn them now. So yeah, I've been chefing it up, and it's been delicious.
All right. Well, I'm glad. Listen, we want people to get connected to you. Go to divinginstilettosfirst.com and you can get connected to Shauntay, find out all that she's doing. And thanks a lot for coming and hanging out with us, giving us a little advice. And hopefully somebody's got some peace or some love in the home because of this.
I hope so. If not, they can check out my page and check out my Quarantine Love experiment. I'm monitoring 5 couples, 5 singles, how they're doing throughout this entire season, is what I call it. And yeah, we give out coaching tips, and it's a great opportunity. So you're not
Oh,
alone. We're all in this together.
that's it. Well, Shauntay, as always, a joy having you come in to share with us here on Open. We got to go, taking a quick break. We're going to have some more show with you. We're coming right back right after this.